Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel, Fishing AT, and I'm back at Ogmore Deeps. It's Wednesday 17th of August, it's 20 past 7 in the morning, and just arrived on the mark. The only one here at the moment. It's a very calm day. We've had a lot of rain in the last 24 hours, so the hot weather is broken. It's quite cloudy, overcast, about 17 degrees. Should be rising up to about 22 degrees, and I've got I've got the mark to myself at the moment. We'll see how that goes. I fished about a month ago and it's very busy here. I'm fishing right down on the left hand ledge, as far as you can go basically before you get into the sea there on the cliffs. You can see Witch's Point there in the distance, and then round to Nash Point and stuff like that. Sea conditions, as I say, pretty flat. It's a northeasterly wind, so basically it's coming over the top of my head, so that's good. High tide is 10 to 11. It's a 9.1 meter tide on the Porth Call scale, so it's got about 3.5 hours. Bigger than the tide I fished last time, so the water will come up quite high, but I should be okay, because obviously the wind is behind, so no wind with the incoming tide. I'll get another rod in the water, and no I won't, I'll just do the baits. So baits, what have I got today? I've got Sandeel, I've got squid, I've got some bluey, and the baits are provided by Davies at Baits4U Ltd. I'll put a link in the description. Simon's based actually near me where I live in Chepstow, so has an online business, and also I think delivers and posts you can collect, so it's very convenient for me. So picked that bait up last night, and we'll see how we go with that. See you in a bit. So just a word about the rigs I'm using today. Basically, first one is a standard Pulley pennel, quite short, about 2.5 foot. I'm fishing 170 grams of lead with a breakaway imp there, which the hook clips into. I'm using 2 O's and 3 O Pulley pennels. Obviously the line comes up, and you've got the pulley element there, the bead with the swivel in it, that clips onto your hook main line, and then we've got a swivel there down to the trace. Body is 80 pound, and the trace here is anything from 50 to 70 pound, and this is fluorocarbon. And then the other rig I'm using is an up and over rig. Again, I'm using 170 grams lead, and I'm utilising the actual clip on the lead here. And then the difference with this rig is that obviously at the top end you have a swivel that clicks onto your clip on your main line, but then you've got a little offset swivel there, or loop there, that the loop comes up and over, so your trace line basically comes up over the loop and back down and clips on, and then when that breaks out, it basically lies in the water below the lead. So let's just release that. So it comes out, clips out, there you go, and then basically your trace lies in the water column down tide of the weight. So those are the basic rigs that I'm using today. And just on the rods and reels, just fishing the usual, if you watch my videos, the usual rods, a Daiwa tournament 14-foot rod with a Penn mag 525, and then a Daiwa Saltist, again 14-foot with a same reel, slightly different braking mag. They're both magnetic, but one's got a dial. and one's got a knob arrangement. And still fishing my 25-pound line. Had some comments about this quite heavy, but I'm still finding it okay. And as I bought a 3,000 metre spool, I've got plenty of that line to use. So just going to be fishing the two rods today. I've been fishing about an hour now. I've got a bite on the left-hand rod here. Just actually cast this one out, so we're going to have a look at what's going on there. Well, there was nothing there, but the bait's been pretty bashed up. Sandeel and squid on up and over, so it's a good sign that there's actually fish there. So we'll bait up again, and we'll go again. Well, hopefully, whether or not the video picks these out, but there's dolphins or porpoises just going past here. Can't believe that. Seeing them here in the muddy puddle, as one of the fellow YouTubers calls it. There's two separate pods. Looks like two pairs of twos just swimming down there. Not sure whether they've been scaring all the fish away or what, I don't know, but there it is in the background there. Great to see. Seen them down at Clevedon, which is far further up the channel than here, so that water is really muddy, so they're out here enjoying themselves. Clearly must be something that they're taking there. That's fantastic to see, and obviously shows that we've got a nice healthy waterway in front of us. We just need to take a little bit more care of what we do on the land when we're fishing. I picked up a load of crap again today here on this mark. Bottles, cans, fishing line, rubbish. I don't understand why people can't just take it home. Even individuals who must cut up their fishing line and leave it in 2 to 3 inch little lengths on the rocks. Don't understand that, because we make the effort to bring it here. Let's try and make the effort to take it back. Right, end of rant. Let's see if they I don't know whether they'll come any closer. Probably wondering who that blue idiot is standing on the shoreline trying to catch fish when there's probably hundreds and thousands of them out there, and they're having a feast of a time. Anyway, hopefully that came out. About 45 minutes to high water. It's been very quiet. Just those couple of bites earlier on. Nature watch again. The dolphins or whatever they are back, and it's providing more interest than the fishing at the moment. We're about 200 yards offshore there, and then there's another couple that are just closer in. I'm sure that comes out. Clearly following stuff in the tide, and there's a lot of them. There must be half a dozen at least. Having a whale of a time. Well, it's about half an hour to high tide. It's pretty quiet. Let's have the dolphins swim round again now. No bites as such, baits pretty much coming back as they've been going out. And yeah, very quiet indeed. So we'll have to see what happens when the tide turns. I'm going to lengthen up my Pulley pennel rig, so I've been fishing 2-foot pennels, 24-26 inches. I'm going to take them up maybe 36-38 inches, just see if that extra bit of length makes any difference. But we'll see on there. It's glided over, it's quite sort of muggy a little bit, and but no rain, and the wind is still coming from the northeast, so it's blowing over the top. Fingers crossed really that something happens in the next hour or so once the tide turns. Be back soon. Just had a bite there on the right hand rod. Something there. I'm using my iPhone, so I'm going to have to put this down in a minute to deal with this. My GoPro batteries are pretty dead, so let's turn this off and see how this goes. It's a fish. It's an absolute baby of a, I'm not sure whether that is a tope or a smoothhound. He is probably not much bigger than my span of my hand, so let's get him unhooked and put back. He took squid and sandeel, by the way, on a pulley. Good. Well, at least that's the blank beaten. Similar sort of bite to what I had earlier on actually, so I don't think it has a particularly big mouth, but I was able to get the baitness gob, which is good. Tide is up. It's about half an hour or so, high tide. So pretty chuffed that, well, blank beaten, and if that was a tope, I'll probably need someone on YouTube to help me out with that. Then that's a new species. If it's a smoothhound, it isn't. But so basically, that I'm going to say tope, but I probably might be wrong. Might be smoothhound. He basically just took a squid and sandeel wrap, really. 220. No, actually they're 3.0 Varivas big mouth extras, so hardly actually touched the bait as such, and the bait was probably about a fifth of his length, so yeah, interesting. Seen a few of those caught round here. Last time I fished here about a month ago, a lad next to me had one a little bit bigger than that. Almost like London buses. Here's another one on an up and over rig, almost straight after that first one. He's actually even smaller than the than the one I had before. They're lively little things, and I'll have to admit I didn't actually see any bite on this one. Just when I went to change the bait, it was very heavy, and obviously he had been sat on the bait. So let's get him unhooked and put back in. They're lovely iridescent eyes. So tiny little things. It's thermal release on the iPhone, not to be recommended. Walking on the rocks, fish in one hand, phone in the other. Alright, here we go. And he's gone. Well, there you go. 2 in 10 minutes. Don't know what to say. If that is my tope, then that's my second one. Beautiful spot here. Geologically lovely. I do like nice rock formations, a bit sad. But we've got some lovely steep cliffs here with the sheep have disappeared, but some very interesting sheep. We must have a good head for heights because they cling onto those grass ledges and maximise their foraging. But an absolute beautiful spot here, great coastline, and if you, I've said it on my previous videos, if you go to Southerndown or Monknash, well, be it fishing or walking, it's absolutely beautiful coastline to spend some time on. And even down here at Ogmore, when the tide is out, you can walk down on the beach and the estuary of the river there, and that's obviously Pulley there far in the distance. Lovely, beautiful spot, beautiful day. Here's another new species, coral fish. Managed to get snagged on the way in and pulled out, and a lovely bit of coral. Right, it's high tide now. Had those 2 baby somethings, whatever they were, and just before high tide in successive casts, one on a pulley pennel, another one on an up and over. So there are fish here. So I think the tide is turned now, so I have to do a cast up tide a little bit, and hopefully 170 grams will be enough. Off we go. Another angler down there. Looks like he's either float fishing or spinning, not bait casting, as it were. Haven't seen him catch anything yet. It's gone well, it's been overcast and cloudy now for about an hour or so. It's quite cold actually, after all the blooming hot weather we've had. You want it to go away because it's too hot, and you want it to come back because it's a little bit too chilly. Still persevering with obviously pulley pennels, up and overs, squid, sandeel, mackerel, bluey, and combinations of those baits. Gonna fish probably at least 3 hours down, I would have thought, depending on how we go. Hopefully back soon. Joy of youth over there. It's the Ogmore Deeps cliff diving competition here. 3 of our finest. There you go, something's been in, flip-flops or something just been thrown in. And this will be a triple forward somersault, 3 tucks, 4 twists and a splash. Oh, he's having second thoughts about it. Come on, mate. You got more balls than me. There we go. It's just after high tide. Probably pick him up. Here we go. Whee! Well done, mate. There we go. Quite a smooth landing. He survived, which is great. Number 2. Nice colourful wetsuit. Whee! He survived. Number 3, shorts. Whee! A bit of screaming. There we are. There we are. Picked them up in port call. Well, it's half an hour after high water. Nothing after those 2 little sharky things. The tide isn't really pulling. It's going out, but it's quite surprising actually. There isn't a lot of pull on there, which surprises me a bit. When you fish further up, you obviously get a hell of a tidal pull, and it's quite a large tide today. So anyway, still no rain. We'll give it another couple of hours and we'll watch the diving competition here. That's round 1. The third one was probably the best because he had a bit of a girly scream. All the best. Bye for now. So just basically show you how I've been baiting up today. Usually been using a Sandeel, which I've topped and tailed. I tend to just clip them, hook them through there, line them against the line. There's just this one I'm just going to put up with squid. Here's a squid sort of carcass that I've opened up, cut down as it were. I really should get a baiting tool. Ah, what a mess. Got my baiting elastic and whip it all together. Not really one for great presentation. Might be why I don't catch very much, but anyway, I'll get myself a baiting tool, I think. Whip it up. I don't tend to use too much elastic, and then gauge the line. That's not very good. Let's bring that through there. Get rid of that. Snip that off. Snip that off. There we are, and there's a pretty hopelessly done bait. We'll see if that one catches anything. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate the time taken to watch the video today. Sorry there couldn't have been more fish, but a couple of small little sharks, baby sharks. If they are tope, they're first for me. Normally Ogmore is a little bit more productive, but never really blanked here, which is good. Haven't blanked today. Sorry, I've just seen the cliff. The lads are jumping off the cliff down the bottom there again now. And thank you for everyone that's watched my videos so far. I've had about 3,000 views on the videos I've posted on the channel. I've got quite a few subscribers so have come on board in the last couple of weeks, so thank you for that. Doesn't take any time or effort, doesn't cost you anything to like and subscribe. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I can get out again next week, and we can hopefully catch a few more fish than we have done today. But for the time being, guys, take care, be safe, and if you're fishing, tight lines. Cheers now, bye.